Welcome to Chai After Dark, everyone. I'm Shabnam, and I'm here with my co-host Sameem. And today we are discussing Season 2, Episode 3 of Succession called Hunting. What'd you think, Sameem?
Hunting?
It's a shitty title, right?
That's the most generic title. Last episode was called Balter. Come on.
Yeah.
The writing is too good for these titles to be so generic.
Yeah, I agree. What would you go with?
Other than Boar on the floor?
I'd go with something about sausage. I'd go with I'll eat your sausage. No.
Oh, man. I was pretty grossed out by the end of this episode. This was some Roots shit where they have two people fight like Leonardo DiCaprio in Django Unchained.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
Master, I don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah.
Fighting over sausage. I've never seen anything like this other than, triple X shit.
You know what, though? Like, after this whole Diddy trial, I'm like, maybe this is what people feel like in those situations. You're like, oh my God, what do I do? Should I fuck this person or should I risk getting shot and leaving this room? Like, I don't know what they went through, you know?
Shabnam, what would you do? Like, if you were Tom and your father-in-law was like, you're not giving me any babies, get on the fucking floor. What would you do? Because I just watched it. It's pretty fresh in my head right now.
So I would hope that I would never get to the point where I'm Tom, because I feel like Tom's too entangled because he's married into the family. But if I was like a Frank, I would not come back. This is insane. He's just so masochistic. He doesn't know what to do with his life if he doesn't have a dictator telling him how to oppress people.
He even gets called out by Jerry.
Yeah.
She's like, why are you here?
Yeah.
And he's like, I need to murder my ex-wife or lover or something.
Yeah.
You wouldn't take it.
No.
I wouldn't take
Yeah.
it. I think everyone knows that.
Yeah.
You already have the wealth. You can go make your own power.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you're Tom and you leave Shiv, you're going to have money. You're going to have power via association that you're the ex-husband of Shiv. Sure, they might cut you out of their circle.
Yeah.
But you can go be the most powerful man in the room and out of sight, out of mind. So this is what I just don't understand about power. I just don't understand.
It's an ego thing.
Because if I'm like the seventh, it's an ego thing. If you're the seventh most powerful person at NVIDIA today, you're worth $1 billion, bro.
Yeah.
And you're still there.
Yeah. Because then it becomes like an ego thing. It's like, well, maybe I could be 6, maybe I could be 5. And that's the thing. Different things drive different people, you know. For me, freedom in every way, psychological, emotional, physical, financial, they're all like, the only reason I exercise is because I want health and like physical freedom, right? It's not because I necessarily love it. It's just because it makes me feel good, right? The only reason I like don't waste all my money is because I want financial freedom and peace of mind. Like it's like that with every single thing, right? Because that kind of freedom is like number one of importance to me. But some people, it's like what makes their ego feel good, you know? I don't know.
Obviously, greed is one of the 7 original deadly sins. However, we have commoditized it to the point where it's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to be greedy to live in this independent type world. Today, there's a StubHub IPO, that shitty ticket company. And this dude had a company back in the day called StubHub. He sold it for $310 million to eBay in 2007. He rebought it for $4 billion because he created another European travel company that they bought StubHub. And now he's taking it IPO today.
Wow.
At $8 billion.
Okay.
So the $310 million wasn't enough for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I understand he made $7.7 billion doing all this, and which sounds sort of ridiculous now that I think about it, but I don't understand where the returns come from. I feel like they're diminishing in a situation like this.
I agree. I think so, but maybe some people don't. We all watched Silicon Valley, and that guy that was like, I'm below the B or whatever. He was chasing the B because he wasn't a billionaire. He was only like, sometimes he'd fall below and he'd be in the 900 millions and he'd like.
Are you talking about Mountain Head?
So maybe that happened in Mountain Head.
Oh, you're talking about Silicon Valley. That's
yeah.
right.
So.
Man.
I mean, I don't know, but.
The Mountain Head guy, the poor guy.
Yeah, the poor guy.
The one that was only worth $600 million.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm extremely confused, and I think we're conflating Succession with the real world today. We haven't even started to get into the episode yet. Should we?
Let's get into it. So, as we start, Greg is meeting with a woman, and turns out she's a reporter or author writing a biography about Logan. So he clarifies to her, he's like, look, just so you know, this isn't a meeting. This is a precursor to a meeting. Because, he doesn't want to be caught actually having a meeting with this woman before knowing what's up with her. So he tells her that Logan can be vindictive and scary, and she starts to write it down. And he's like, this is an actual meeting. I have to go, and how I get up and how I look is off the record. And then he walks out because he doesn't want to be caught with her.
Greg the Egg. When the scene first started, I thought Greg was going to be the biographer. I thought he was writing a book about his experiences.
Yeah, that's hilarious. So then we see Logan at the office, and a doctor's checking his blood pressure, and he's his normal, crotchety, annoying self. And he starts complaining basically that the doctor's making him work out. And the doctor asks if he's suffering from anxiety, paranoia, or nervousness. And he's like, fuck off. They're trying to destroy my life's work. And he's clearly stressed out because he knows everyone's out to get him now. And so his secretary comes in to let him know someone is in hospice. I didn't quite catch who was in hospice.
I think they're
like some cousin or relative or something, right?
I think they're tying it in with the guy Mo at the end of the episode that passed.
Okay.
I think it's him.
Okay, so it's like it's like a cousin's kid or something. And so
it's a misdirection thing, right?
Yeah.
Because they're trying to find out who's the leak, and it's obviously this guy. Like, we watched the episode. We already know, but it was a good misdirection because you forget about it in the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. And so this guy's in hospice, and Mo, we think, and Shiv's on the line trying to get in touch with her dad. And he's like, I'll deal with it after the proxy meeting. He doesn't care about Shiv either, which I kind of like because she deserves it.
Yeah.
So then we see he goes into the board meeting, and after doing his normal belittling, Jerry tells him that people are unsure about whether they should have an acquisition. And Logan says, the bigger the acquisition, the better. So he says they're going to buy some media company called PMG, I think. It's not PGM. I think it's PMG, right?
Oh, I see right here. Yeah, it's PMG.
Yeah.
You can call it Pierce because then they start calling it Pierce.
Yeah, then they start calling it Pierce. Yeah. So Kendall sucks up saying it's a good idea, and Roman is like, stop being such a suck up. But then he totally agrees. It's like he just hates.
Everybody has the same opinion. Everybody's scared of Logan.
Yeah.
Everybody is after each other. This is so
But
dumb.
what's interesting is the brothers' dynamic, because I feel like now that Kendall is not being so antagonistic to his dad, Roman doesn't know what to do with himself, because Roman's role was to suck up to his dad and Kendall be antagonistic. But now that Kendall's sucking up, he's kind of like, you're taking my job. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I like that the dynamic finally went to some sort of conflict between Kendall and Roman, because I did think that was a little lacking. Yes, they make fun of each other and fuck you, you're this, you're that. Like, it's been playful, I would say, but now I think they're actually being a little bit more manipulative and smart with each other. Not smart. None of these people are smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're playing each other.
Finally. Yeah. So Logan leaves, and the board asks why, like, they start talking about, hey, why is Logan so obsessed with this? And Kendall says, it's a good acquisition, lots of sectors, and it's plug and play for us. And then Roman's like, don't be stupid. It's because Pierce owns a news network that Ewan watches, and he just wants to piss off Ewan. But then Kendall says, like, hey guys, look, if the debt from a large acquisition like this gets out of hand, this could be disastrous. He's like, I'm trying to read the room, and everyone hates the idea, but they're silent because no one wants to actually go against Logan. And so he's like, okay, well, I guess let's go bag this elephant for Dad. And then Tom says, let's go bone this turkey.
I don't know. Why is everything fucking and boning?
I don't know, but I almost want to call this episode Let's Go Bone the Boar.
Yeah. No one's going to be sniffing around my panties.
That's another good one. We'll get to that line later.
Yeah. Also, the reason why he wants to buy this is so he can tell Stu and the other guy whose name starts with an S, Stu and Stewie.
Yeah. Sandy.
What's the guy's name?
Sandy
and Stu, to make Waystar so big that it isn't able to be taken over. So that's why they want to add Pierce to the family. It's going to double their size, essentially.
So then Logan considers bringing Frank back because one of the board members suggests it. Kendall's for it because he's just for everything that Logan says. And Roman is kind of against it, but he won't stand up to his dad. And he's like, if Frank comes back, I'm walking. And then his dad gives him a dirty look and he's like, back to my office to sulk. And Logan decides to invite Frank to the corporate retreat and make him the guest of honor.
See, this is exactly what we were saying in the beginning of our episode. Frank was removed from Waystar in season 1.
Yeah.
Presumably with wealth.
Yeah.
But it seems like he spent it all. They bring him back because they needed something. He gets his power back right away.
Yeah.
And if he was an actual interesting person with interesting ideas and a desire to see the world and expand a little bit, he would have never came back. You're totally correct. Now look what happens to this fool by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
You live your entire life, 70, 80 years with all this wealth. You're enjoying gourmet dinners. You're on private jets, right?
Yeah.
You're going to Hungary on retreats. You have fucking piggies that are released in front of you and you can just shoot them. You don't have to actually hunt.
Yeah.
And all of that. And at the end of your life, this is how you get treated. This is a defining moment in this dude's life, career, and entire personality. He'll always be the guy that was on the ground sucking sausage.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm never going to say anything to defend these people. The only little thing I'll say is that when I worked at Twitter, before COVID to through COVID to Elon acquiring it, whatever, and all the like hubbub around that, there's something really seductive, like something so fucking sexy about working inside a place that you see on the news. You feel like you're in the center of the world almost. And I was obviously not nearly as high up as these people are, and I didn't have as much power, and it wasn't probably the level of media attention that their companies are getting. But there is this kind of like a come down. Like when I stopped working there and I started having like a more normal job, it's almost like a come down because like you kind of have to come off this high because like you were on drugs. Like it's kind of weird. But I will just say like maybe that's what Frank is experiencing.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a price to pay for that because you get like ridden and you lose a lot of your time and freedom. And so it's not, you know.
The only thing you lose is listen to how we speak.
Yeah.
I can't speak like that
when
I work at companies like this. Yeah. And in today's world, I don't think we can speak like this.
About anything.
Really, if we were at those companies, about anything, really. Yeah, I mean, you do have a job, though, so maybe you should be a little careful.
I mean, I've said nothing but great
things. You didn't say anything.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything, everyone.
So anyways, so Logan considers bringing Frank back. Okay, did we already say that?
It's literally what we just talked about.
Okay.
Why would Frank the Tank come back? Let's get to Connor.
Okay, so Connor basically drafts a social media video, right, saying that he'd rather go to jail than pay his taxes, okay? And then he says a fair flat tax for all Americans that will go to zero in just a few years. That's his pitch to become president, right? So Jerry comes in with a PR person to Logan to be like, we need to stop him. This is insane. But the scene cuts to Roman going home to Tabitha, who is also watching it. And they joke about Connor being a complete moron. And he asks Tabitha to reach out to her contact at PMG/Pierce because Logan wants to buy it, right? So she says, will that be allowed? Will that be allowed? Pierce is actual news. And he's like, my dad's like a human Saudi Arabia. He can do whatever he wants. Oh, so good.
I don't know if that's the right country to use that example, but maybe back then it was.
Back then it was. At this point, I mean, you know,
it could be us.
They don't have the term Wild Wild West for no reason, right? So Tabitha gives her contact, Naomi's address, to Roman, who asks, how do you know her? And she kind of looks at him and he's like, ew, you fucked her? Is there anyone you haven't fucked? And she goes, yeah, you.
Oh, what a theme. Wow. That's a lot of information in a 3-minute scene.
This is a great show. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. The interpersonal conflicts are amazing, right? Because it's like, oh, hey, I need to be with someone, but I also don't like this person, like Tom and Shiv and Roman and Tabitha. It's really strange. Anyways, what do you think about Connor running for president?
I mean...
and not paying federal income tax.
I mean, I don't know. Stranger things have happened, right? Like...
This doesn't seem that far off. This is almost like too vanilla at this point.
Yeah,
right?
It's literally...
Because Connor is a well put together guy. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of like he can actually speak and complete sentences.
Yeah.
His ideas are weird, but I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong in demanding where our taxes go and full transparency. I don't know about not paying tax. I know Wesley Snipes went to prison for that.
I mean, I just think that stranger things have been said than what they're freaking out about this video at this point in time. But this is 2018, right? So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So,
and this year, let's not forget, I know everyone forgets everything because we're all squirrels. That's what the media is designed to do to us. Donald Trump already floated no income tax this year. And it's going to come back through the tariffs and sales tax.
Fascinating.
And that's the end goal, guys.
Did he make a video
no tax
for social media, though?
Yeah, it was probably AI, though. This is why I don't think AI is going to like do much for humanity. What does AI do other than get boomers a new platform? It's like their new Facebook.
Yeah.
More misdirection. And this is what Pierce and Tien is going to be, right?
Yeah.
And that's what Shiv even doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to get into that weird AI world soon.
So then Logan calls Shiv to ask her to talk to Connor. He says, "You can't go shouting about tax. We have arrangements." It's like, what? This was such a side little tiny tangent thing, but he's basically saying, I'm a billionaire and I don't really have to pay taxes anyways, so shut the fuck up about paying taxes.
I think he has a certain amount that he pays.
Yeah, he already has a flat tax.
He has a flat tax.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Amazon has a flat tax. Apple has a flat tax. We know this.
Yeah.
That's also why they incorporated in Ireland, by the way, because the corporate tax rate is so low.
Shout out.
Shout out to what?
Shout out
to Ireland.
Shout out to corporate tax breaks, I guess. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
All right. So then we see Shiv and Tom at home and they start arguing about the PMG Pierce acquisition. And she's like, if we own them, I do worry where I'll get the actual news. Someone's got to keep track of who's going where when. And something about a hat that I don't really get what she meant by that, but maybe it was like something current events related to the time. I was trying to figure out if maybe this was at the time of the DC shooter, because wasn't there something with the hat? Like a hat? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy because she's actually admitting that they are like not actual news.
I think we have to be a little bit real here. I think everybody in terms of overlords know that it's not real what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like anyone that has power in the media.
Yes.
But yeah.
So Tom is like, I'm sure we'll keep the Truthy Oatmeal News as a separate brand. And Shiv says, it's thread fucking bear outside. And now we're going to eat another one. It's like a snake eating a crocodile and it's too fucking big. So talk to Logan in Hungary. She's like, basically, there's almost no real news anyways. We can't basically eat up the only seemingly somewhat real news left in this country. And it's
crazy that I didn't realize Shiv had this. I guess she does have a good vision of the world from Gil.
Yeah, she's like, okay, yeah. So then, she's basically like doesn't know what she would consume news wise, right? That's her whole thing. She's like, I need some actual real news that I have access to, which is insane. So Tom really doesn't want to talk to Logan about this. He's kind of like saying no, he doesn't want to, and then Shiv turns into ultimate bitch and she starts poking him and she goes, "Oh no, my meat puppet stopped working." And he starts getting really annoyed. And so then she's like, "I'm joking, but I'm also not. People would be wise to remember that there's going to be a new sheriff in town one day. So rally the resistance."
Oh my God. Shut up, bitch. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm just like, damn. Maybe this is why he treats his kids like shit, because anytime he treats them nice for 1 minute, they go apeshit into like psychotic.
They've never had it.
Yeah.
They forget everything that he ever did to them the second he's a little nice to them. You're completely correct. Look, I understand. We've talked about ego and power, but Shiv is promised technically by Logan to get in line for CEO position. So I can see this power going to her head. But to like play with Tom and this little boy essentially from the country, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
To be so manipulative off one person when you're about to be handed the world.
Yeah.
And it's just not enough for her. She has to fuck with her husband.
Yeah, it's crazy. So they fly out on their private jet to Hungary. So Logan and all of his people.
The men plus Jerry.
Yeah. The men plus Jerry.
No women allowed.
Well, also Carolina, the PR person. So the help, basically, right? They fly out to Hungary on a private jet. Greg is enjoying the private plane, like thoroughly. He's loving it. And then everybody else is like, whatever. And then Carolina from PR, she walks in and she starts whispering with Jerry, and turns out it's about the author that's going forward with the biography of Logan. And Logan asks what they're talking about, so they obviously tell him. Logan is like, well, stop it. And Jerry's like, well, it will come out. I can't yet in this nation, sadly, halt the publication of a book. And Logan says, just threaten, harass, and do everything you can. And everyone who speaks, and then he says to everyone on the plane, anyone who speaks to her is fucked. They're dead. No one goes sniffing around my panties.
I don't understand. You could have made any other reference. You are the most masculine man of all time. You go hunting. You don't talk about your feelings.
Clearly.
But then you compare yourself to somebody wearing panties. Okay.
Well, clearly he doesn't use a bidet, because then he wouldn't mind so much about people.
His panties got all like. Did he stop pissing and shitting on the floor? Yeah, he's got dingleberries everywhere. Hey, Dingle's a nice place in Ireland, right?
Apparently, in Dingle in Ireland, you can hold a baby lamb. Okay, so I'm pretty excited about visiting Ireland.
Damn, that sounds tasty.
Yeah, well, you can hold it and then you...
Hey, we should do a Chai After Dark trip to Ireland.
We should. What do you think?
Hey, everybody keep in touch. Maybe we'll do that.
Maybe we will. So Carolina then says apparently people have already talked to the author, and Logan asks Kendall if it's him right away. And Kendall's like, no. And Logan's like, oh, well, statistically, you were my best guess. So anyways, Logan tells his people that we have to smoke this person out. Greg gets nervous because he feels guilty, even though, there's probably like 30 other people in line ahead of him who've talked to her.
Yeah. Let's find this fucking rat. Yeah, you're right. This entire time I thought it was Greg, but then it was like, oh shit, of course, she called everyone.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So they arrive at this beautiful palace in Hungary, and Logan asks Jerry as they enter, how's your morale? And she's like, great. Like totally disappointed. And then Frank is also in Hungary. He arrived there separately, right? He wasn't on the plane, right? I don't think I saw him on the plane. I think he came separately.
Yeah, he like shows up in Hungary.
Yeah, and Logan gives Frank a very expensive watch with a very passive-aggressive inscription that starts with, some work of note may yet be done. This is insane, but also kind of dissy. Don't you think dissy people would spend money and give somebody a passive-aggressive gift?
No, I don't think so. Actually, I think they would do a passive-aggressive shenanigans around gift giving, like at a wedding or, whatever. But I don't think dissy spend money to make a point.
Okay.
I just don't think that's a thing.
Okay, so
they're way too fucking cheap.
Several years ago, somebody in my family gave me a gift of a dish towel that had a picture of a girl like riding an alligator and like strangling it or something, and then it said, do something that scares you every day. And they gave it to me, and they said that they got it for me because it reminded them of me. And so I'm still to this day trying to figure out whether that was passive aggressive or complimentary. I literally...
But what's the occasion?
Like a housewarming.
Dish towel. Is it still there? I need to check this out next time I'm there.
Hey, yeah, I think it's in some drawer. I gotta find it. But I was like, okay. Just didn't know what to say.
Might be passive aggressive.
Like, it's a head scratcher to this day, but I don't know. So
yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, actually, I have a story about passive aggressive gifts.
Okay, go for it.
Can I do one?
Yes, do one.
I was married a couple times.
Uh-huh.
And they always wanted to ask, what do you want as a gift, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
I don't celebrate Christmas. I didn't celebrate Christmas growing up, even though I have no qualms against it. I didn't know what to say, right? Mm-hmm. So I like to run. I like to hike. I like to play basketball. So I'm not shitting you. They bought me women's shorts and a women's Camelback backpack. And it doesn't fit because it's too slim. I still have it. It's downstairs.
Interesting.
And they know that I'm not a woman. And it says women like on the tag. Very descriptive.
It was probably...
And the tag's still on there.
It was probably a re-gift.
It's hers. Yeah, it's my mother-in-law's. I know that. Yeah. Mm. And this was literally like the year before we set. Like they had been doing this shit for a long time.
Yeah.
They bought me some cool stuff over the years, but like overall it's pretty like... Actually, never mind. I don't think I bought anything cool from them.
Interesting.
But that was passive aggressive, right?
Probably, yeah.
Or are they that confused?
It's lazy and or passive aggressive.
Yeah. I have no problems gender bending.
Yeah.
And conforming to different norms.
Mm-hmm.
Not norms. Conforming to unconventional norms. Yeah. So maybe they knew something that I don't, or maybe they saw something in me.
Who knows? But I mean, let's leave it at that. So
we're gonna get more emails. Yeah. Are you gay? Why are you gay?
Oh man. So next we see the safety briefing, and Logan tells everyone, if you go against me, I'll put a hole in the back of your head.
What was this? What's the safety briefing? Are they talking about personal security at the ranch that they're at?
Yeah.
Or at the mansion?
I think so.
Is that what he's referring to?
I think so. It's supposed to be some PC corporate HR safety briefing for the trip, but then instead he's like, hey, look, if you go against me, I'll just kill you. So,
yeah, there's nothing more dangerous than Logan Roy.
Yeah. Back at home, we see Shiv goes to see Connor, where he's hired some people for his campaign. She's trying to talk to him, and he's like, I got all these people I've hired. So Shiv says, they're pieces of shit. And Connor says, they're my pieces of shit. And Shiv tells him if he doesn't pay his taxes, he'll go to jail. And he's unconvinced, and he says, look out the window. The elite are scared. And she's like, do you think if you're looking down on the elites from this penthouse, it's indicative of something? And Shiv tries to basically convince him not to release the video, that these people that he's hired are really shitty and really shady. And his response is to ask her to work for him. And he gives her shit about being fired from Gil, which that's interesting. Word travels around, right? And then she's she's right away I didn't get fired. I quit. And then she's basically like, I would never work for you unless I got a lobotomy because the video is batshit. And then Willa walks in and Willa's like, I'm going to drinks. And then Shiv's like, can I go to drinks with you? I don't know. She just wants...
Yeah, but it's to convince Willa to convince Connor not to release that video.
You're right. Yeah.
So that, I think it's
an angle.
All a ploy as usual.
Yeah.
That's an angle. Yeah. You've already said this, but you're right. There's nothing all that far off from Connor running for president.
Yeah.
And the no income tax thing, there was a guy named Herman Cain. Do you remember him?
Vaguely.
When he was running in the 2015 primary, in the Republican primary, he had this whole tagline, 999. And it was 9% income tax, 9% sales tax, and 9%, I forgot what the third one was. And he just kept repeating 999. At a certain point, he was leading the primary above Donald Trump.
Good.
So you're totally correct. This shit is completely real.
Good thing he didn't pick 6, because then that would be 666.
666. But he actually said COVID wasn't real, and then he died of COVID. It's pretty sad.
Or if there was 4 things, it could be 6969. That's what Connor's motto should be, 6969.
You want more emails?
Sorry. I'm just saying.
We've been told to tone it down, by the way.
It's this show. Audience. It's not us, it's the show. What are we supposed to do?
It was Chippendales, it was White Lotus, and it was Succession. It's not our fault.
It's not our fault.
Though we did pick these shows.
Yeah. Okay. So back in Hungary, Tom and Greg are hunting together, walking around with guns. And basically, Greg asks Tom, stupidly, how bad and aggressive Sam is. And Sam is the guy that Logan is having smoke this person out who talked to the author. But before we go further, I'd just like to point out that their corporate bonding activity is hunting wild boars together.
America.
Yeah, exactly.
I've shot guns on a corporate retreat before.
Really?
Believe it or not. In Austin, Texas, yeah, at one of my last companies. It was cool. It was like this big ass ranch. Our sales kickoff was in Austin, and you could like ride horses, you could axe throw, you could do a lot, and they had clay shooting.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So I was clay shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I missed like every one. And then the guy, I remember, I was like, how many guns do you have? He's like, I don't know. I have over 100 at least, though.
Damn.
It's like, holy shit, bro. Like, chill out, man.
Yeah. All right. Well.
But yeah, and also, Shabnam, this boar pig scene that they're shooting and then it transfers into human. I don't know if this is like a fantasy thing that we're in. I don't understand. Did we transport back to Valhalla where boars are running wild?
I mean, all I know is that Logan, well, he treats people like animals, apparently. We'll see in a few scenes. So I guess that's kind of where it's at.
Yeah. So also, this scene that you just described, we got to say, Tom is like, fuck, I got one on you now, Greg. I got another one on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Greg told him that he spoke with the biographer.
Yeah, he said he had a pre-meeting with her. And Tom is like, you shouldn't have done that. And you shouldn't have told me, never trust anyone. It's like, okay. But he trusts Shiv, and he shouldn't be trusting Shiv, which I hope he figures that out soon. So back in the U.S., Shiv tries to get Willa to steer Connor away from releasing the video and running for president while they're at the bar over drinks, which is exactly what you said. Then Willa says she'll think about it. She doesn't really want to get involved. She's the only one that's kind of just like, look, I'm taken care of. I'm not really going to do anything, right? Obviously the whole ploy was that Willa was meeting her coworkers for drinks. So this really hot Desi looking guy walks in named Chris, which I think he's Krishna, just like American Desi, the guy Chris. So don't you think?
This guy's not Desi. Come on.
You don't think he's Desi? I feel like he looks a hardcore 100% Desi, and that's a Krishna going by Chris.
He's supposed to be an actor as well, right? Because he knows Willa.
Yeah. Maybe we should look him up.
Okay, hold on. Let me do this.
Yeah, okay. We'll pause.
Oh, here he is. Dude, okay. Shabnam.
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
You were right.
What's his name?
You were so right.
Uh-huh.
His name is... I don't even know how to pronounce this. Saamer? Is that Samir?
Samer.
Or is that Samir?
Samer. What's his last name?
Okay. Usmani. Usmani.
Usmani. Okay, so he's
Samer Usmani.
He could be Persian or something.
And it's Chris Chris.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah,
I put it Chris right here because I was like, this is the fucking Krishna. This ain't no Chris. So
he's been in some goofy shit. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of crappy TV. Good for him. Wow, he's a working actor for sure.
Yeah, nice. So a great looking guy, by the way. So
oh my God, there he is. He's so hot.
Let's keep going. Have you been on IMDb, by the way? So IMDb has started sharing lists, right?
Okay.
So you can create like a list of actors or a list of movies just to, you're on Google, you're saving shit on Yelp. That's it. The functionality is quite simple. But you know what list this guy is part of?
What?
Because you can see other people's users lists.
What?
He's part of Sexy.
Okay.
I
would
just
agree.
Called Sexy.
Sure.
There's 888 people in there.
Uh-huh.
Hot Men.
Okay.
Just hot men.
Okay.
378 people in there. Actors, 164 people in there.
Okay.
And then the biggest one is Atores. Do you know what that means?
No.
Atores. I think it means actors in Spanish.
Oh.
So that one has a ton of people in it.
Or is it just a typo? It's actors with a typo.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
Hey, what's up, Samir? Hit us up.
Yeah. So maybe we should try to interview him. That would be wild. We should totally try to do that.
We've had some really nice people and really successful people come onto the podcast.
Yeah. Okay. So.
All right, dude. Can you chill out?
Okay.
A little blushing over here.
Oh my God. Okay. Like you haven't blushed like 6 times with people.
When we interviewed Shalini Paris from The White Lotus, I was a little starstruck, even though she seemed a little starstruck too, which was kind of wild. That was a great conversation.
That was. All right. Check it out.
And
guys.
we went long.
Yeah. And we went long. Yeah. And it's about White Lotus. So check it out. So back in Hungary, Roman and Kendall are hunting, aka walking around with guns, trying to look tough. And it turns out they tell each other that the biographer has reached out to both of them, and they try and gauge how much conversation the other has had with her. And then Roman gets a call, and Kendall wants to know what it's about, and Roman is like keeping it mysterious, and Kendall starts to get real suspicious. So this is going to come up later. So then Jerry and another board member go to Tom to get him to raise doubts to Logan about the acquisition, because everybody's freaking scared. So they have this like little coy meeting, and they're like, Logan treats family differently, Tom. Tom, you should really be the one to tell him. And Tom says Logan doesn't like him at all. And Jerry says she knows Shiv asked Tom to do it. And she's like, you know what? The battlefield is where heroes are made. And Tom says, that's often where they're killed also. I was like, oh, so good.
And so everyone knows that Shiv controls Tom.
Yeah. She probably tells them.
Jerry's like, well, you have no choice because we're going to go tell your wife.
Yeah.
We're going to go snitch on you to your wife.
Yeah. So
I'd be long gone, man. Life is way too short to be controlled like this, man. You're going to be the richest person in the world that's a cuck.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you want to do that.
In the hallway inside, one of Logan's guys catches up with him, and they tell him that the family that owns Pierce, the Pierce family, got word of the attempted acquisition. And he is pissed and says that someone obviously disclosed and leaked the information. He says he's got snakes in his midst, and he's like yelling about it. And he goes to the dining hall super pissed. And this is when everyone's supposed to get together for like a nice team dinner. And the morale is complete shit. And you know, you can see it on Jerry's face, everyone's face. Tom then gets Logan aside, and he's like, people think that I'm a leader, and I just want you to know that I'm not really against what I'm about to say. So I'm about to say something, but I don't really mean it. It's just that people have reservations about this acquisition, and they think of me as leaders. They want me to tell you. And and then he goes, you know, they see me as brave. That's what I would be if I had to be, but I don't need to be, because I totally agree with you. And Logan's like, whatever.
Hey, I'm about to backstab you, but just let you know, I'm not actually backstabbing you. I'm scared of everyone, so I'm doing what they say, but I'm also like, this is why Logan put him on the floor, because you can't trust what Tom is saying.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm about to backstab you, but actually I'm backstabbing them. So like,
yeah. Of course, you're going to be Boar on the floor, you fool.
Yeah. So the tone of the night starts getting really crazy because Logan's pissed, and this one guy, I think it's who was it? It was Carl, or one of the board members, basically wants to go out to pee, and he's like, where are you going? And he doesn't basically let him go pee.
No, it's just some rando dude.
Yeah.
Shabnam. It was a rando dude, I think, which was kind of strange. I've never seen him before.
Yeah.
Because he's in the credits, too. He only has one line. It's just some random white guy.
It's just that I got to go pee, and Logan's like, no.
Ray.
Yeah. Okay, so Ray on the board or whatever. And so then we come back to the U.S., okay? So back in the bar, Shiv is heavily flirting with Krishna, or Chris, and Willa comes up to her, showing her that Connor has released the video saying he'd rather go to jail than pay taxes. So Connor's like, fuck everyone, I'm releasing it. And she's like, crap.
Yeah.
And later
she's like, let me flirt with this guy, Krishna, instead. And she's like, are you flirting with me? I'll be right back. And what a horny, like, you have so much going on in your life, and you're like trying to hook up with this dude.
Yeah. And then she just gives up on the idea, and she ends up going back to Krishna's house, right? And they're sitting on his couch, and he tells her, all the real news comes from comedians. I'm like, dude, this writers, they were like
some serious foreshadowing,
man. Where are they, and who are they? Because they need to be writing something else now and tell me what the future holds.
Well, he wrote Mountainhead.
He what?
He wrote Mountainhead. That came out this year.
Oh, Mountainhead.
So he went from this to a billionaire bunker.
Damn,
This guy, obviously he has a theme. And Jesse Armstrong, who we might reach out to now as well.
Yeah.
But he wrote Mountainhead, and Mountainhead was literally an HBO movie that came out this year.
Yeah.
Making fun of billionaires.
Yeah.
There was no redeeming anything in that movie, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was a bad person.
Yeah, it's wild. So then she tells him he's in an open relationship, but she just wants to get down. And he's like, all right, cool. And so they just basically start making out. She doesn't want to talk about the news or podcasts or anything or comedians. She just wants to get down. And he's like, okay, fine, whatever. So
this is such a contrived scene, by the way. This would never happen.
Yeah,
like everything is so perfect for Shiv to hook up with this guy. He doesn't know the news. He doesn't know her. He doesn't know Logan Roy. He doesn't know Waystar. Shut up.
Yeah, the only thing cool about
this is not real life,
of course, but the only thing cool about it was that all real news comes from comedians. That was the best part.
This is season 2, so this is 2019.
Yeah, it's wild.
Or 2018 probably, because that's probably when they filmed it. Yeah. And at that point they were right, because Joe Rogan started his podcast in 2009.
Damn, yeah. Okay, so back in Hungary, the team sits down for a dinner and Logan starts interrogating everyone.
Go.
Yeah, it gets diabolical. So he's berating them, and after that, he has everyone put their phones on the table. He's like, work and personal. So Logan asks Carl if he likes the Pierce deal, and he says yes. And Logan knows he lied, and he tells him they're playing Boar on the floor and he needs to go to the corner. Then he asks Tom, and Tom tells the truth. Because he's like, let me try a different course. So then he's like, I have some reservations. And Logan doesn't like it. And he tells Tom to go in the corner, Boar on the floor. And then Greg is next and says he has doubts. And Logan sends him to the corner and Boar on the floor. And then Greg says, I thought the rules were like if you tell the truth and you don't go to the corner. And Logan's like, there are no rules. And then Roman is called on next. And he sells out Kendall. He's like, Kendall, talk to the reporter. And then Kendall brings up the mystery call that Roman got while they were hunting. And Logan kind of like gets distracted and moves away from them. I think he just favors them because they're his kids, even though they should be Boar on the floor.
Yeah, he's not going to make them do all that. Yeah.
So he makes Tom and Greg and Carl sit on the floor. He gets everyone to yell, Boar on the floor, Boar on the floor.
My God.
Yeah. And he tells Frank to feed them sausages. But he says, oink, oink for your sausages on the count of 3. The last person who eats a sausage is a mole. And so he has Frank basically throw 2 sausages out, and Greg gets one of them, and they're all kind of oink, oinking as they do this. And Greg gets one of them, and then Tom fights over the other sausage with Carl. And everybody's watching, and Roman is like videotaping it. And it's like all of a sudden, this entire show turned into like Lord of the Rings in 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Man. I think that's why we sort of started how we started. It's a pretty unnerving scene.
Yeah.
And it obviously ups the ante on who Logan Roy actually is.
Yeah.
They went from, okay, this guy's deranged to this guy's just complete psychopath.
So like this, it went from like deranged to like P. Diddy in a way.
And that's such a true reference.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Because he did this.
He did this type of thing, but it was more sexualized, apparently, allegedly, but
this was a little sexualized as well. Sausage in your mouth, all kinds of shit.
Oink,
like this
oink,
was this scene exists.
Yeah.
In Django Unchained.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And I understand where the parallel came from. They're saying, I don't want to fight anymore, master. And Leonardo DiCaprio is yelling at them. And he ends up killing one of them, right?
Yeah.
And then the other guy, he's like, wow, you're the best. Because he had to kill him, otherwise he's going to kill him. So this is exactly what this is. And then another one of these, The Dark Knight, with Joker. Mm-hmm. When he's looking for 2 or 3 accomplices to join his team, because he has a pretty small team to go up against Batman, he takes a pencil and he snaps it in half and he throws it at 2 people, or it was a cue stick. For pool, whoever wins like joins the team. So then they don't show the fight, but then each of them grab one half of the pool cue.
Interesting.
So maybe we should put this into our repertoire of power.
Yeah.
One day I'll do this to people.
That's hilarious.
Who wants the last samosa?
I know,
like,
right?
It's like Ramadan. Everyone's starving. You throw like 3 dates out there, but there's like 15 people.
Hunger Games, Pakistani style. No. Oh man. So then Kendall basically he grabs Roman's phone and he's like, "Stop recording, you idiot! Plausible deniability. We shouldn't have this." And imagine, I feel like all these cases that have cracked, it might be because of stupid Romans that have videotaped dumb shit that they didn't actually think would get out, but they were just doing it because they're like massive jokers. It makes me just wonder about that.
That's interesting, Shabnam. Mm-hmm. Do you think Logan did all this because he knew Roman would open his phone and then Kendall can get into the phone? That would be some
I don't know.
I don't think so because Logan's insane.
I don't think he's
exert power.
Yeah, I don't think he was that clear about who it was that he was trying to smoke out. I think he was just trying to create like anxiety and pressure and drama so that something would bubble up, you know. And so Kendall ends up unlocking Roman's phone using his like facial recognition by just like pointing it at Roman's face. And he looks through his phone and he says to his dad that Kendall's the rat. And because he found that the call that Roman had made during the hunting trip was to that author. And Logan tells Roman, "You're a moron." And then Roman goes, "Dad, I'm not a moron." It's so stupid.
Poor Roman.
I know. And then Kendall says...
And also before this, like Shabnam, I understand it's a scripted series and Roman was about to pop out as the mole, but he was going in on Tom.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm going to go get you your prize."
Yeah.
But was he going to kill him or something? Like, what was he going to do? Because the prize never showed up because then he turned his ire to Roman, right?
I mean, Roman is
about to do something.
Roman is just all fart, no shit, I feel like, you know?
What? Did you get that from Succession?
Yeah, basically. I got it from it's an old 2012 reference that I pulled out from my history books, from my Rolodex.
From your shit?
Yeah, from my shit pile of
Hey, Jesse Armstrong, don't steal this shit.
Yeah, but basically
these are our one-liners.
But it also goes good for Roman. Like that is what he is. So
yeah. All bark, no bite,
yeah,
et cetera.
That's a better one. So Kendall is like, "Boar on the floor?" I'm just saying. He's like to Logan, he's like, "Why don't you tell Roman?"
He like wants him. He wants him to emulate Roman. I think Logan was like, maybe I won't do that.
Yeah.
This is like such insane behavior, man. This is despicable ass shit.
They're like, you know what? We already put him in the dog kennel when he was a kid, so let's just forget this boar on the floor shit for Roman, you know? Like,
oh my god.
So then Logan's like, "How much is a gallon of milk?" And Roman's like, I don't know how much a gallon of milk is. And he asks someone else and they don't know either. And then Logan's like, "Who backs me on PMG, on Pierce?" And Kendall's like, "None of them do. Jerry is playing both sides and everyone is lying." And then Logan says, "Well, here's the news. We are going after it and I will win." Dun, dun, dun. I like that he says, "Here's the news."
Okay,
it's pretty punny.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't end the episode here.
Yeah.
Because then you have Boar on the floor in your mind for a week, right? Because this would have gotten released on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And then you just think about that. But now there's like 5 minutes left in the episode, but that would have been a complete game changer. Logan, his entire personality shifted now, right? So he can't go back to like normal ass shit.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. So that's the end of the night from hell. And the next morning is breakfast. Tom comes in to the hall and he's like, "Oh man, I had one too many yesterday. I can't even remember what happened." And then he goes,
"Oh, you remember."
Yeah.
You remember you sucked on that little sausage. I don't know. Yeah, he remembers.
Yeah, he remembers. And so then he goes to the buffet. And in case he didn't remember, now he does. Because Sid's like, "Want some sausage, Tom?"
He's like, "No, thank you."
Yeah.
Even though he told her to fuck off in the previous episode.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been a good one-liner. You'd have been like, "I'm about to throw a whole plate of these sausages at you, just like last Friday night, girl."
Seriously.
Something.
Yeah. Well, he says no, but then she says, "I'll eat your sausage." Right. And then we see Frank and Jerry talking, and Frank says Logan offered him his job back and he's considering it. And Jerry's like, "Why?" So this is what you were talking about at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
And so I thought this was a joke. He says he needs money to kill a guy, but basically it sounds like it's just because basically he wants
he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do with his life and he wants the money basically. So Logan enters the dining hall and he decides to apologize for everything that happened last night to everyone. And he says things got, quote unquote, a little fruity. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're trying to shove sausages in your son-in-law's mouth.
Yeah.
And also, did you hear the extreme insult? He's like, "Shut your mouth until you give me a grandson."
Yeah.
And not a granddaughter.
Yeah.
Don't be having no more daughters, bro.
Did he say son or did he say grandkid? I can't even.
He said grandson.
Wow, okay.
He's like, shut your fucking mouth until there's a grandson.
Oh.
Or he was like, you're a pussy, you can't like impregnate my daughter. It was something really bad. We can go back.
Which it's not because he's a pussy. It's because Shiv is sleeping with everybody else but him, basically.
Yeah, so. He's not. I mean, I don't know if he's even trying to get her pregnant. Yeah. But who? You know, we're not going to get into today. We're about to end this, but, you know, you don't have to have kids. If you're a fucking deranged ass lunatic, just live your own life. Don't bring people into it.
Yeah. So then Carolina from PR comes in and she basically whispers to Logan that the rat was a guy named Mo, who's the daughter of Maria, who I think is Logan's sister, and that's who was in hospice, and Mo died last night. And Logan is surprised, but he says, send Sam over there to break into Mo's email.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Dead man, let's go through his shit.
Yeah.
Expose his fool.
Yeah. And so Roman has a hard time getting to breakfast because he's completely drunk and washed out. And Jerry comes and gets him and helps him button his shirt in like a really cute little moment that has like a tinge of sexual tension. And of course he hits on her and he asks her, how do I get dad to take me seriously? And she says, do the management training program, go to the ground floor and work your way up, learn how much a gallon of milk costs. And he's like not into it, but he's like willing to do it because nothing else has worked. So on the plane home, Frank says he has a contact, Pierce's CEO, Rhea, who can help Logan with the deal. And Logan is super happy and Kendall chimes in, good work, Frank. So Frank's all like back in chains.
He's back.
Back in chains.
That's what they wanted him for.
Yeah.
This is what they wanted him for. They know that they liked him. Pierce liked Frank. They didn't like anyone else at Waystar for a good reason.
Yeah. So Tom goes home to Shiv and she asks how it was. And he says...
It was not great.
Yeah, he says it was not great. And he says, your dad was peppery. I don't want to be a dick, but maybe I should have more input into team tactics because he's like, basically, I got into the line of machine gun fire.
Yeah. And she knew, right? She knew this was going to happen. That's why she didn't want to do it.
Yeah. So she says, okay, sure. Then he says, how was your weekend? And she looks at him and kind of implies that she slept with someone. She's like, you really want to know? And he's like, maybe later. And then she kisses him just to put like cherry on top of the shit Sunday of his life. Tom cuckification complete. I see your note.
I mean, you wrote emasculated. I thought I would take one up.
Yeah.
Man, I would have a very tough time with this conversation. If I had a wife that came home and was like, I fucked this guy. Yeah. Want to know about it?
His name was Krishna. No, I'm just kidding. So then...
Hey, what's up, Samir Osmani? What's up?
Hey, Samir Osmani. So then Logan basically calls Shiv and tells her, Shiv, what are you doing right now? She's like, I'm free. He's like, it's time to bring you in. And that's the end of the episode.
End scene. Oh, man. Dude, I hate all of these people, including Greg. I will say this is a redemption arc for Tom. He did not spoil Greg's secret.
Yeah, he didn't spoil Greg's secret, but he's just...
He also took the brunt and he took the sausage.
He took it all. Everywhere.
He took every inch.
Yeah.
Of Logan Roy's wrath.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I understand that they probably were making Tom look like a complete fool, and now this is somewhat of a redemption arc just because I felt so bad for him in this episode. Everybody wants him to go against Logan. Shiv is basically just like, you're my little cuckboy now. Even Greg has more power than him, it almost seems like.
Yeah. It's wild. But, I mean, this was a great episode. This season seems like it's going to be wild. A wild, wild ride.
Yeah. It's very rare to have a drama scripted series like this with so much intrigue, and I want to watch it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't watch TV all the time. I say it every 10 to 15 episodes.
Yeah.
There's no action on it other than Boar on the floor and when they kill the boars, which was like the worst.
Yeah.
Like, that was the easiest hunting ever, by the way.
Yeah. And
I don't even know, is that how white people hunt? I'm sorry. That's not hunting.
With Boar, I mean, I don't think this was real hunting. I think this was like a little like place where they gathered a bunch of boars so that rich people could feel like they can hunt.
Then they cook it at night. That's what the dinner was.
Yeah.
And then Logan loves his dramatics and he needs to tie everything into food because last episode or the episode before when they were on the other retreat with the dog in the chimney, like this guy's always fucking around, right? Boar on the floor while eating boar. All of it was so gross. Dude, I don't even know what to say right now. I think we said enough.
Yeah, but I'm going to ask you this one more question. So what was your favorite one-liner from this episode?
Probably the fucking panties, because that's the one that I
don't sniff around my panties
while I was hiking this morning. Yeah. Don't sniff around my fucking panties. You took out the F word, by the way.
Yeah.
Logan Roy did put the F word in there.
I'm gonna say mine is.
What about you?
Mine is maybe let's bone this turkey.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Dude, we should do a Thanksgiving like London, Dublin trip or something.
We should totally do that. And
then we can go bone turkeys.
Oh, definitely. Wild turkeys. Boar on the floor.
That's what we should do on Thanksgiving.
What should we do?
We should find, like, they don't do Thanksgiving out in Ireland. On Thanksgiving, we should find a farm. And I'm not killing any animals, but maybe they can do it. And we can get like a fresh ass turkey.
All right.
I'll find something.
All right. Well.
Hey, we'll update the audience.
Yeah, we'll update. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. So look for us at Chai After Dark and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And find us on all podcast platforms at Chai After Dark. And give us 5 stars. And also write us a nice little review on Apple. We only want to hear the good stuff. We're like Roman and these children. We cannot take any criticism. So.
Nope. All right, let's get out of here. Boar on the floor, everyone.
Boar on the floor.
See you next week.
Dun, dun, dun,
let's go.
Dun, dun.
Adnan Syed coming up next.
Yep.
Later.
Later.